Yeah, why is it pink? I can't hear her though. Oh, she's muted. Yeah, that's so much nicer. That's a lot better. I want to switch.
Yeah, I had to mute myself because I pulled myself
Oh, I still can't hear
on
you.
a regular.
Do I have my sound on?
Maybe it's because my music's playing. I can hear you. You just
I don't
see my
want
lips
that.
move. I'll be right back.
She's the blooming rose, a free spirit wherever she goes. In the Irie Army, she's always there, chatting with friends without a care. Blue Kiss Goddess got a story to tell, and no, she didn't kill her husband. All is well.
All is well. Kitty can hear us both, Emily. Oh no, I hate when this shit happens because I'm a technical nerd.
Blue Kiss Goddess got a spark so bright in the 60s, but she's living it right. Sex positive with a life so bold. Every Friday night, the LSD unfolds.
Let me see.
In the Irie Army, she's always there, chatting with friends without a care.
Did this thing already play once? I just now ate my chocolates. This shouldn't be an issue already.
She's living life with passion and flair. In every conversation, she's got love to share.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I can hear music.
Yeah, I'm playing some music.
Okay.
You're cool.
I thought I was waiting for the music to be done. I thought it was like an intro.
Nah, we can. Nah, I could actually stop at any time. I had an intro song, and it was by Hailstorm, but it came in so damn loud. I was just, every time, I never took it off, and then finally just completely took it off and said, I gotta adjust it. I can't run it like this. Didn't kill my husband, all is well. There you go. Stop, bitch. We're done.
Okay.
So welcome, Emily.
Man, I didn't realize I was hopping right into the middle of it. I was trying to figure everything out, and
Yeah, you're cool. I just like to throw that intro in there just to get myself.
where'd you get it from? It was awesome.
Shout out to TARDIS. TARDIS made that for me.
That was sick. That's a good one.
I actually have two versions of it. One's a little slower than that one, but just brought it up and I cut it in half. It is like a 2.5 minute song, but every time I play it, the freaking loop goes on and I don't notice it. I'm like, it'll stop anytime. And then Mike's like, shit, it's looping. So yeah, not great, but hey, it's Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. Didn't have a great start to my day today though. Normally I do. Friday is my self-care day, one of my self-care days. I don't limit myself to just one.
Typically any day that ends in Y.
Yeah, pretty much. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do 2 hours of yoga. And one class
Like
starts
all at once?
No, at 1:00. One class starts at 9 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Oh
And
my
we
God.
do
How
that
far
for
are
an
you
hour.
traveling for this class?
10 miles, not very far.
Okay.
It's just the next little village over.
Okay.
It's at the next it's at the high school actually. They piggybacked on the high school this gym, and yeah, so we get extra benefits. But then I spend time and they've got this 18-person sauna, and it's also or a hot tub, and it's got a waterfall, and I just beat down on my shoulders and my neck and my back and yeah, I really get into
Okay,
it.
so I'm not usually like a hot tub or a pool kind of person. I've typically avoided them. But in Vegas, I spent a lot of time in the hot tub. and the jets and everything, I had bruises on my back from
Oh yeah, I will on my lower back and the sacrum and sacroiliac. I will sit there. I will use my core and lift up and just go back and forth and just let it just jet my back. And oh my God, it feels
I was sitting on the
so
side and I
good.
kept having them jet into my knees, like all around
Yeah,
my
I do
knees.
that too,
It
where I
was
broke
oh
my femur.
god.
Yeah, but and
I was
also
like,
into
I
my
can
hip
do this. I
sockets
can
and
hang out here.
yeah, I very much use it therapeutically, but with that waterfall, it's just the pièce de résistance because I will get even into the breast area here where it's in the upper shoulders and those
Yeah.
and across here and up in the neck and in that.
I was trying to bend down and see if I
Yeah,
could get one of
I
the
don't. And
jets,
this year,
but
I do sometimes have to plug my ears so I don't fill up with water, but I'm not drowning trying to get to a jet. So
yeah, right.
I'm good. But then I go for it's a restorative yoga and it's all about stretching and range of motion, and we never really even get off the floor. Rarely do we get off our mats, and yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful. I've got range of motion like nobody's business that I didn't even have 30 years ago, and so losing those two classes today was a big bummer because I was actually going to video record her today with her permission because we don't have any classes at all for the next 2 weeks. And I wanted her prompts, which I got or Wednesday because I did it on Wednesday too, but I just did the audio portion because I know what to do by her prompts. So yeah, bumming, but I'll be okay.
Do you have any
But today
online
was
that you
a
can follow?
yeah, there are some, but I really like how she does the stuff. So as long as as long as I can hear her voice telling me what to do, I can follow and do it perfectly because I've been doing it for so long. But if it's just me doing it by myself, trying to remember to do things, it's like, okay, now what does she do? She puts us here first so that the next stretch isn't quite so taxing. And that is the secret why I want her because I would skip smaller steps of stretching to get to the final big stretch. And those smaller stretches are pretty crucial. And calling it yoga is a lot of it's a stretch. It's not your basic yoga, is what you would think of as yoga, but you are definitely getting into positions and using your muscles. And yeah, I got my feet in the air, flipping it around, But you know what? Old people. I'm an old person. Um, you ever see them shuffling along? Just shuffling along. I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that
I'm already
shuffle.
doing that.
Well, we're gonna get your ass in the with your hips up and your feet in the air and flipping your toes back and forth and
That's highly unlikely. I've tried yoga a few times. I went out and got my own mat and everything and was like, trying to follow the videos and stuff for it, but I don't have very good balance whatsoever. Like I just kind of shake and tumble.
look look up yin yoga, which is the restorative, and that is a lot on the mat and working on your breathing and just long stretches and stuff, and you'd be surprised how good it is for you.
YIN, yin.
Yin, yes, exactly. Yeah, and you're not going to be doing any warriors. You might do one warrior, maybe the humble warrior, which is nothing. I mean, it's something, but for balance, it's not. You're gonna be on one foot and gliding through space. But I was a little bit blue today. Normally, I go into my chats and Discord with kitty, bad kitty. Shout out to her, and we have coffee clatching. We wake and bake is what we do. But we coffee clatch. That's what we called it back in the day. And she has coffee. I have usually flavored water. And I didn't even feel like doing that. I just had a kind of a blue day. And in that, I thought, it's the holidays and all, and we're all kind of rushing around trying to get stuff done. And, the question on the lips, have you done your shopping? Going to do your shopping? It's, got everything done, y'all ready? And it's a lot of pressure on people.
It's
And,
really awful going to stores. Avoid it.
oh, yeah, it's just mayhem. Lots and lots of people. And yeah, and there's no There's a little bit of holiday cheer out there and politeness, but for the most part, no.
It doesn't feel a lot like Christmas this year. Like this Christmas just feels less Christmassy.
Now, I would think because you're in Michigan this Christmas, you would be cheesing on this Christmas. I really did.
Oh, I'm having a blast for Christmas. Like I'm enjoying myself thoroughly. I've got my tree up, I've got my decorations up, I've got my presents wrapped. Like yeah, I had a snowball fight today. Like I'm golden. But I'm just
Yeah, we
saying
could
like
have
I'm looking around and it doesn't seem to be
the spirits just
Christmas
not
is
out
right around
there.
the corner and like it doesn't feel like it,
Literally 5 days from today.
Mhm. Yeah,
Well, for
no.
my
Personally, my Christmas, my holiday
yeah,
season is top notch. Like I'm not complaining one bit for mine.
I'm going to. I'm smoking something my brother brought over for me from his grow today called Biolicious, but like viola, but icious.
Okay.
And it is from Todd McCormick. So cheers, Fat Freddy's cat, if you're out there. I should actually put up my comments so I can see who we've got out here. Oh, hello, Spartan Grown. Hello, J. Patrick. Boy, we've got a lot of people here as I was sitting there chit chatting away. Art Man, welcome. It's good to see all of you. And always with my Tara. Glad to see you, girl.
Tara said she's going to
Um,
join us in a bit. She
yes,
said she's
she
got to finish up
is.
some dinner.
That's fine. Later, I still wanted to talk about mental health around the holidays a little bit more. But later, when Tara comes on, I'm going to be singing the praises of um, my third place win at the Sun Grown competition and AB Seeds, who I couldn't have done it without him. So we're going to be shouting them out later. And Tara has also read some of AB Seeds. Seeds. So she's going to comment on her results with that. So
I love the name so much. I've never grown any of them, but I just like when people say the name. Like that one
AB
rolls off
Seeds.
and yeah, I just love it. Such a good one.
Somebody said I think it was on Michigan Bros Grow show when he was on. He called it. They made a comment being smart alecky in chat, going, "Yeah, he calls himself AB Seeds, so he's the first one in the phone book."
I mean, that's just smart thinking at that point.
Yeah, AAA Seeds. Well, there are lists of growers and things, or whatever you want to call them, geneticists, seed geneticists, and they do them alphabetically a lot of times. So, yeah, put them at the top
Yeah,
of the
I
list.
think I think in general it would pull up automatic or alphabetically. I think that's just like a typical way of sorting or organizing.
Yeah,
Um, but I think that's like specifically like when you're trying to get your stuff found on search engines, it's like SEO, search engine optimization. And so having that being the first letter is like actually super beneficial.
yeah, because the predictive will bring you up quicker than yeah.
And at that point, I mean, if it does just go alphabetical, it would just like you would show up on the first page regardless. If somebody just
Yeah.
put in like
A
well, I mean, if you're looking for
I
like a seed
would have to
company,
take it to a siege. Yeah, it'd have to be
yeah,
two
you'd have to like
seeds.
type in seed company, and then it would just like default probably like if you didn't put any other filters in, it would probably just default. And so ABC would be like the probably one of the first ones, or like aficionado seeds is another one I know that has an A name. So those ones would pull up probably on the first page.
Well, cheers, my friends in chat. So glad you all could come out
Yeah,
tonight.
I haven't smoked yet. I'm gonna do a dab though, so I'm gonna go silent.
All right. I would do a dab, but before coming in here, I did 2 dabs. So I am going to rest for a minute on that. But I will show this off in that, where am I at? Yeah, freaking, I'm looking at myself on the screen and I should be on the camera. I had this actually last month, this entire piece, and I had it plugged in.
That's incredible.
I had it plugged in and the cord was it was charging, and I managed to wrap the cord on my foot and just basically kick it to the ground, and it just shattered. And it just was like, well, I guess I'm getting replacement glass for Christmas, and so Merry Christmas to me, Merry Christmas to me.
You only had it for a month?
Oh, I didn't even have. I had that thing. Maybe I washed it one time. I might have had it 2 weeks, maybe 3. And it was just beautiful. And I just like, and I was like, no, couldn't believe I did. I was rearranging. I did it when I was rearranging my living room because I wanted to put my tree up here. And yeah, did not go well.
Wait, so you're still in your living room right now?
Yes, I'm in my living room right now.
Did you move the desk?
Yeah, here's my tree. And
oh, okay.
yeah, I was.
Yes. Okay.
Facing this aspect.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, I got a little bit more angle coming off the room now.
I like it. It looks pretty open. It looks nice and wide.
Thank you.
I was just going to say something and I can't recall what. Oh, your Puffco piece. I myself just got my own custom
nice.
Puffco piece.
That is a custom piece.
It is. It's a handmade from Nick from No Bull Glassworks.
Nice.
Yeah, that pipe that you had gotten me, what was that, 2 years ago now? Yep, same thing.
Yep.
Most of my pieces are his glass. I love his work so much.
You know, you find somebody you like, you can get a hold of them and stick with them. People will become.
Well, I bought it, so I reached out to him because I wanted to get, a custom piece. I'd seen the work that he's been doing, and it's just been beautiful. So I reached out to him, and I'm like, I've got a birthday coming up. I want to treat myself. I'll give you the money. You surprise me, okay? I want just to be blown away by it. The colors that I like, and I looked through the pictures that he had on his page and found one that was similar, to shape and style.
Yeah, I like this style, so go with it.
Right, and that's what I sent it to him. I was like, just make it pretty. And he was like, okay, well, I'll send you like the base of it to make sure you like the color, because it's the yellow that I like. I don't like that highlighter yellow. I want a deeper, more amber kind of yellow. And so he knows that I'm particular about it. And so he just sent me a little video of just the base when it was blown to make sure the color was right. And I was like, dude, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Take it and go. So he got it to me in like a week. And I was really expecting it to be a little bit longer of time, but he turned that sucker out.
Well,
he got an opal in it. Look at that opal.
Oh, wow. Let me make you big if I can. I don't know.
Oh, please.
I'm sure I can. Oh, I removed you from the stage. Just a second. Oh, Jesus.
Click. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, nice. I like when they embed into the little knobs and stuff. And
like this sucker, it fits in there so stinking well. Like that's the piece. It's got the little
nice easy seal. It came off easy enough, but you could tell it was
did. So when I first opened it the other day on live on Let's Be Buds, I opened it and I like had it just popped in. I thought that was it. And I went to pick it up and it like fell out. And I'm like, did I order the wrong one? Like, is this not the right version? No, my silly self just needed to actually push it in.
Yeah.
And like that sucker is like,
it's not going anywhere.
Look at that spiral though. You see that right there? Oh my God. I love his work.
The horns of destiny.
It's beautiful. I'm blown away, man.
Oh, that's so cool. It's so cool.
But yeah,
I like hand blown glass.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get to use my Puffco. I actually haven't used it yet. Still, my Puffco I've used, but I haven't used this yet.
Glass. Oh, I'll take a dab with you then.
Well, I'm gonna have to reheat mine, but I'm not going to yet because my atomizer is still broken, and my new one won't be here until tomorrow. I thought it was gonna be today.
So you can't use it today?
No. So I've been able to use this. I've been able to use it maybe like a dozen or 2 dozen times. But these little things on the atomizer, those little pins.
Those 3 prongs.
Yes, they got shoved like all the way in somehow, even though I would assume it would need to be because you're like pushing it into the socket. but the connection for them, however they got pushed in, it doesn't connect anymore. So like there's some like the last time I was able to use it, I literally like held it like this and just
Oh,
held it
damn.
in to try to get the connection enough. And
Damn.
I
That
was
ain't
like,
good.
never mind. And so yeah, I figured it's just a good time to treat myself so I can use that piece. I deserve to.
Oh, we got Tara backstage. Let's add her to the stage. Miss Tara.
Hi, Tara.
Welcome, darling.
Oh, you're muted, girl.
Hey guys.
Hey. All right.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna
so
mute
good to
again though to
see you.
dab because I let mine
All
get
Yeah.
right.
cold.
Thanks for
You got
having
you.
me.
Oh, thank you for coming, dear.
Of
Short
course.
notice that it was. 9 o'clock now. From here on out, I'm going to let go of that 7 o'clock. It was even too early for me on the Eastern side, so I can only imagine the other time zones, what it did for you guys. So sorry for that. I like to get it out of the way, though, because, I like to eat those funky psychedelics on Friday. And even though I was a little bit, I get a little seasonal affective disorder. I get the sad, but I don't think that's what it was today. I think I was just some days I get out of sorts, and it's a form of depression. And
My dad had it. My dad had it really bad.
yeah,
The seasonal depression.
Yes, terrible. Like he wouldn't even and this is nothing against him. This is not I'm not spiting him at all, but he would shut down and he wouldn't even talk to the
yeah,
kids. And he wouldn't talk to my
yeah.
mom. And he was just very an outside person and just needed the sun and it just, on days that you couldn't get out there, it really affected him.
Oh, yeah. The longer the winter, the worse it is as far as I'm concerned. Get this shit done. I get any bit of sunshine going on outside, I'm in it. If I pull up at home and there's the sun shining and I'm sitting in the car, I'll sit in the car as long as that sun's out for me and just suck it in. Just yeah. Hi Clay, nice to have you join us.
I don't. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Longer days, darker days, they don't feel different for me. Every day sucks. Like,
Every day
and I
sucks.
don't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just think
I'm
that's the difference.
sorry.
Like
Yeah,
it's called seasonal
yeah,
affect disorder,
yeah.
and
It's
I have
it's yearly.
major.
It's yeah,
Yeah, mine's called
annual.
major depressive disorder is what I got
Yeah,
diagnosed with for depression. So it's like it's year round. It doesn't. It's a sunny day, and that's cool, but it doesn't feel that
yeah.
But
That's
way.
not going
you're
to
not
boost my
feeling you're
ass
not
at
feeling that
all.
sunny day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately not, and that's what kind of sucks because in the moment I could be having a hell of a time. I could be really enjoying myself and able to get myself into the moment, and
Yep.
whatever mask you need to put
Yep.
up for it and actually, enjoy it. But then say like a week later I'm thinking back on it, it's really the only thing I'm thinking about is like how much I was trying to enjoy it. It's like I forget about the actual fun I was having
Yeah.
and it's just like, wow, I tried so hard
Because
and yet
yeah,
it's
because it's an actual chore to try to have that fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think that's what stinks, because you can't really get in the moment and you're constantly it's your mind. Oh, our minds are such a freaking beast.
Yeah. Debbie, I thought about that too, hanging out in grow rooms because basically you are it's trying to imitate the sun, so you're
Yeah.
getting the correct bandwidth. But yeah, masking it's exhausting to mask your feelings and to try to be upbeat and to try to try to do the things that you're trying to do. And like Kitty says, because Kitty has a little. I feel bad even complaining about it because Kitty has a little more suffering with hers than I do with mine, but none of it's good for any of us. And you never know who. Sometimes it's situational. So we got people that are going through divorces, people going through breakups, people that have lost parents, people who are with long term illness in their families that they're having to caregive for. And a lot of those people don't complain on a daily, so you don't know that's going on. But here's a shout out to those people right now. I see you, and if you ever need to talk, just I'm
100%.
around.
Me too.
Exactly.
Always. I had I
Uh,
had a guy at work today that was I could see that he was either upset, sick, tired, something was going on. He wasn't his normal today, and I just was like, yo, you sick? He's like, nah, pissed off. I was like, good. You
Okay.
need me? You know where to find me? I'm splitting. He goes, I'm not trying to be. And I was like, no, you don't got to say another word to me. I'm out.
Mhm.
If you need to talk, you know where to find me, but you're dealing with your stuff and you're allowed to. So,
Yeah.
That's the best though. That's nice when they're just honest, upfront, transparent like
totally,
that. Because we'll feel
totally.
it. We'll feel it in the room. You know, you'll
Oh,
walk into a room and you'll be like, there is something not right
oh
here.
yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
walked weird. Somebody coughed weird. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that you'll pick up on it and you'll want to help. Yeah, like it is in our nature to
Always.
just intervene and help. And hey,
I
let
mean,
me
you guys
problem
know me. I'm
solve. There
always
doesn't need to
one
be an
to.
issue. Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
And then,
But
but you
I
try to
think
go
he
ask
felt, I
them
think he
and then,
felt bad that he said he was pissed off. And I'm like,
oh.
that's valid. You're allowed to be pissed off. Own it.
It gives me reason to understand why you're acting this way. I don't have to
Hundred
feel weird
percent,
now.
100%. And he wasn't
Yeah.
acting like anything. It was honestly, it was his body. It was his disposition of his face. It was not him. And I knew, and it wasn't just me. It was a couple others. I just kind of looked, and they always know me. I'm gonna speak. I'm the mom, so I'm gonna always be like, "You all right? You need anything? Can I help? What's up? If you need it, I'm here." So he came to me later on in the day and he's like, I appreciate you saying something to me and not, making a big deal about it. And I was like, dude, I was like, you haven't been around me that often. I was like, I get pissed off 15 times in an hour because of crap. So you're allowed.
Well, and not everybody can verbalize what is going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
They just know
Mm-hmm.
they feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So you even being there to be available is a plus for them right there, whether they
I
say
hope
anything to you
so.
or
I'm
not.
always making myself. I think I make it known that everybody, if they got to talk, they can come to me. And I even,
You
one of the
do.
other guys a couple weeks ago was like, why am I sitting here bitching to you? He's like, you don't bitch ever. And I was like, it's not about that. I was like, I'm more than willing to listen to you, hon. I was like, if you need to bitch, then bitch. I was like, you didn't hear me an hour ago. I was bitching, bitching, bitching. You just weren't around me. So I
I
just,
have to
I
say,
think
I've got some
everybody.
good listeners in
Yeah,
I've got good
sometimes it
listeners in
really
my
helps to
life.
have people just to listen and not,
Yeah.
sometimes it helps just not to say anything either and just like to say, hey, I'm here,
Be,
or, I don't have to say anything. You can say everything you need to say and I'll just like listen and be there. But, it just depends on what everybody's comfortable with.
well, some people won't talk to people that they know just because they for whatever reason, whether they feel shame or for feeling not 100%, because some people do feel shame over depression and stuff. I did look up the suicide hotline, and you don't necessarily need to be suicidal to use these lines. The 988 number will get you where you need to be. It'll get you to the closest lifeline. They give you that, and you can still call the long number that they've had. The 1-866-488-7386. Still there. You can still use that. That's Trevor Project Lifeline. That one is. And but I looked up, Googled it to find the numbers, and um, not for nothing, I'm not really a big fan of AI, but you know what? Sometimes AI does have its use. And there are, if you feel stuck and you need to reach out and you don't know what to say, they have suggesting starting talking things that you can say to get your conversation started if you wanted to call any of those numbers. And as I'm looking at these things, you could look at them and read it and say the same thing to your friends. Put it in the words that you want, but it's getting the conversation started. Sometimes, if you're feeling alone, I'm telling you, you're not alone in this world. You're just not. But it's really hard when you're feeling that way to reach out. So that's my 2 cents on that. Again,
The
that's
988, when you call that one, it's like a crisis hotline, the same as if you call the long one, but 988
Yeah.
it was set up to be used in place of like 911 in situations when it's a mental health crisis.
Actually, okay.
And so there are some areas, not everywhere, unfortunately, yet, but there's a handful of areas, and I know it's expanding, that will have actual crisis teams that you could get sent out to you for help, depending on the circumstance.
Yeah.
They keep your identity, concealed. It is anonymous if you want it to be. They don't report you. They do take precaution if you are, letting them know that you have plans, that you're enacting upon those plans to
Yeah.
harm yourself or to harm
Yeah.
others.
You have ideations,
Yeah, they
as it
do.
were.
They do. It's not even ideations. You can talk through them with your ideations. I've talked through them.
Yeah.
I've talked through complete plans with them, but I had no intent on acting at the moment. So you can sit there
Mhm.
and just talk through it
But
and get it out
talking
of your
talking
system.
is it's a great tool. It's a great
Yeah.
tool, but it does say that they asked us the 1-800-273-TALK number still work, and they said yes, that will always be in service,
Hmm.
always. So
Yes. And then,
if you've got a sticker or a magnet or something with that number on it, or have called it before, it'll still work if you need it. So
uh, and those crisis teams that, in case you are calling because, for any reason, if you are calling and asking for help, or if they do need to send help to you, if you are a threat or a harm to yourself or to others,
hey,
the crisis
Stony.
in those areas.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. When they have like a specific crisis team, they will send that team out, and it's not police officers that are being sent out. It's social workers and
Yeah,
healthcare workers
as it
instead.
should
Yeah,
be,
that's what a lot
as
of
it
people
should
don't
be.
understand is they think the police is coming, and I think that's what frightens them the most. That it's not. It's a crisis unit that comes out, and it's nurses,
Yeah.
counselors, actual people that are going to listen and not just judge and what you
Yeah,
typically think.
or
So,
yeah,
I think a
trying to
lot of
put you
times
in the
people are
straitjacket,
scared.
as it were.
Well, I think people are afraid to call those numbers
Yeah,
because they're afraid
they
of the
are because it
repercussions.
seems so. Yeah, because it seems so radical. It seems
It does.
radical when
It
you're in that
does.
position.
But, in those times, if that's the only people that you can feel you can reach out to or whoever, do it. If it's somebody that you think, no, I don't think I can call them, you'd be amazed probably. That it's hard to get your brain there, but they'll be there. They'll listen. I don't think they'll
Yeah,
not answer the phone and hang up on you. Not
yeah.
in
Go.
this
I
day
don't
and
know what to do
age.
with this.
Yeah,
Gotta
not in
go.
this day and
Yeah,
age.
they don't
I,
do
I feel
that.
I feel
No.
like I hope, that's me. That's me always thinking the goodness in humanity. I hope the humanity is still there to, you know.
I will say this: if I reached out to somebody that was ill-equipped to help me, of my friends, I would hope they would say, "I love you, and I wish I could help you, but I'm ill-equipped to help you." Um, but I'll sit with you, whatever I need to do, and we'll figure out something together. And it's best you can do. Yes, Stony, we are getting high. I'm getting high.
Yeah. I
On my
need to get
brother's
high. I've been
supply.
driving. I drove for 3 hours tonight from Cincinnati. I am ready to get baked.
I'm gonna go in on some Trichome Forge OG.
Ooh, yeah, I got that
Nice.
too, girl.
Yes.
I,
Well, get
I'm
a dab
um,
jealous.
going.
I got the
I'm jealous
OG
of you
and I've
both.
got the Chocolobe. Has been the newest.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I got the
How do you
newest
like that
ones.
chocolate?
A
So
damn cricket.
I like the Chocolobe over the OG. The OG for me is got, I don't know. The Chocolobe's got the high that I want, whereas the OG for some reason and taste terps doesn't have it for me. But I'm stuck on Functified.
I was
I
just thinking in my head, I want Functified. Like,
I
I
got I
want
I
think I
that.
had
That
got the
was
that
the
and it
best
last
one
was
out of
good.
everything we've had
I might have
recently.
got the last jar of it. I don't know,
Yeah,
but I do
I think so.
have I've got Pheno 6 and 10 here at the house.
Okay.
They're not gone, and Baked really wanted to like, it's why he let me take them, because he was like, I don't have the time to put in the energy for these two strains to see what they could do, because
Mhm.
all of the functifieds that they did wasn't just like one, this pheno. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4 pheno for select, or
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this one.
They
They
were all
had
blended, yeah.
they were all blended, and they were great. Loved every one of them. And that's why I think it's going to be really, really nice to separate them out and see what happens. So I do have those, so I'm excited to see.
Heck yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
Are they in flower
good.
then, or they're just hanging
No,
out in
no,
veg?
nope. Just got clones from him. I think it's been 2 weeks, but they
Oh, okay.
Troy went ahead and up potted them to one gals. We'll go ahead and do
Way
a
to go,
couple week
Troy.
veg,
Holding
top
it
them.
down.
Yeah, get them
On top
topped.
of it, Troy.
Yeah, we've already got a couple clones of them, so next topping we'll get the rest of the clones. But yeah, I'm super stoked to have the Functified, and that
Yeah, that
is.
one was so good.
Oh, I remember the one part. It's Lucky Charms crossed with.
I would not be able to help you one bit.
I just know the Lucky Charms part. Darn it, and I can't even
Always
tell
after
you.
me, Lucky Charms, and I know I've heard it before too, but I always get
I
hung
don't
up on
even know
that one
who
too.
the original cultivar. I don't even know who it's from. So
In
it's
any
great.
event, I
I
am
love it.
going to do a Stranena and cheers.
Ooh,
Speaking
yum.
of AB
Cheers.
Seed Co, though, Spartan said before I don't know where he left. Maybe he's watering. But he had said, Trichome Forge has
Rainbow
Rainbow
Monk.
Monk. And
Yes.
he said it's
Mm,
smelling good.
Ooh, I
So
can't wait to smell
excellent.
it.
it just
Excellent.
sounds good. Rainbow
Yeah.
Monk, yes,
Cheers,
please.
everybody.
Yes.
Cheers.
Yes. I'm kind of thinking it's a cheers, honey. I'm trying to thinking it's a maybe like a rainbow beltsy kind of ishy thingy,
That's what I was
maybe
thinking, but I
along
feel
that
like that's just
line.
because the name, and I don't want to let it take
Yeah, and I
over,
don't want
you
to do
know?
that. So
Is
I'll give
Rainbow
it a
Pebbles in
chance.
there? I want to ask that. Is Rainbow
I
Pebbles
can't
the
remember.
daddy?
I think
Again,
so, but I'm not
I
a
would not
hundred
be
on
able to
that.
help you with that.
So we ran the Cowboy Yeti, and I absolutely loved it. Can't wait to run it again. We're gonna bring it back again. Yeah, ABC Co. 100% throwing down. Got the Terps. I'm excited to see what it does. I gave it to Fragoli to run. I'm excited to see what it does on the wash side. We didn't get that far with it, so still working through things. Got a lot
Is
going
that what he
on.
has right now? He's got something to wash for you?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
No, our last harvest was better than the one before that, but definitely it had its challenges. It was a bit on the I was not happy with the buds. I wasn't happy
No.
with bud structure, just all around. It just had issues, and it just wasn't the best run that we've done. So it
Pardon
could be
me.
better. We could be better, that kind of thing. So hopefully, next run, which is going to be the next. We're doing GMO, Motor Breath, and GG4 run. So
That
hopefully
sounds
Well,
coming in with
fantastic.
something for washing is what I'm after. I need some frickin' rosin.
for those of you in the
I just
chat that don't know
won.
why we're talking about AB seeds is because last weekend I was in the sun grown competition and I was entered in the Michigan genetics portion of it, and I took third place with Apple Snacks, which is the reason I ask is because Apple Snacks is Apple Jacks by Rainbow. Jesus, I just asked about it. Rainbow Pebbles. And I've also got Rainbow Pebbles in Tahitian Tree, maybe, which I did not run this past summer because I limited genetics so I can get out into my garden. But that is definitely going to be ran next summer. And just to make my decision making harder, I got some more seeds from him this last weekend too. So
That's awesome.
blessings to Patrick at AB Seeds because
He
he
does a
made sure
great
that
job.
he does. Very much does.
Love his craft too. I love how his packaging is. That like sold me right.
Now,
I
when we're
mean,
saying we love,
I was gonna buy a damn pack no matter what, just because it came in a damn treasure chest. I mean, come on,
Oh,
girls.
oh yeah,
100%.
he has got the best packaging.
Yes, he really
He gave
does.
these little trinkets for
I
anybody
love those.
everything.
I
He
wear mine
gives,
all the
yeah,
time.
reaching a little. This is just a little jar that he gave. It doesn't have any hook on it or anything. But yeah, I've got several of those things where you can just put them
I
on
love
a
them.
pendant and wear
Yep,
them.
love
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, so shout out to AB Seeds and his name. I don't think he minds to say Patrick. Thank you. You did such a great job.
see, that's what I was
He,
just gonna ask. Like, do you actually know him? Like, or is it just like you've had good experience with his genetics, or is it like you've messaged him, you've DM'd him, and you're
he
talking
is.
with a real person
I
who's
will
like,
say this about Patrick. I see Patrick at every, like you see me at every single event. You'll see Patrick at every single event as
Yeah,
well.
I've got to meet him
Patrick
once.
is Patrick supports the community and he comes out in the community and yeah, it's great fun. And he is over. I believe he's in Grand Rapids. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive he is in Grand Rapids, which is skip and a jump this way. So yeah, easy for him to show up at the same things I go to, of course. A lot harder for some people over in the far side of the east side of the state. It's just the way it is. But yeah. So for a close proximity person, I really nailed a good one for this one because he has got some good genetics. And I also have Smiley Gardens, which they have an affinity. They're in-laws to each other, and so a lot of slamma genetics coming out of this part of the state. A lot. So my hat's off to them both.
Definitely, that's awesome for both of them.
And I'll say this about the apple snacks. Apple snacks taste appley. I can taste apple in it, and
Like
that's saying a lot.
artificial, like apple is an apple, or artificial like
Yeah,
apple,
I
like
get it. It doesn't hang hard apple or anything like that, but it tastes like no, it's not artificial sweetie apple. It
okay,
tastes like apple to me, like a
okay.
bit of apple.
all right, what about, is it more like a Red Delicious or a Granny Smith?
Ooh, Macintosh man. It's
Ooh,
just like
Macintosh.
Hey,
Macintosh
it's fresh and crisp. I
man.
like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
phenomenal, and I totally shout you all out. You did phenomenal, honey. You've been growing for so long, and you have been deserving of this. And
No, thank
I
you, dear.
was ecstatic. You have no idea. I was screaming when I saw that
I
post.
I have an awful confession to make, though. Both me and
What?
Patrick left. Both me and Patrick left before we got presented. Before I got
Ah!
presented, so I didn't even. I had a headache, and he had a ways to go, and I just went, yeah, let's just
Oh,
go. So we left at about the same time, right before
that's
the awards, and I
okay.
was just like, yeah, I will still. Oh, and they
Well,
had beautiful plaques too.
they did. They really
Yeah,
did.
are you
They
Beautiful.
were
gonna get
super
it
nice.
mailed out to you?
Um, he comes through here. Chris from Country
Country
Roots is who's
Roots?
actually the
Mhm.
main guy running that, and he comes to Muskegon and fairly probably more regular than you want.
Okay.
So next time he's down this way, we'll figure something out.
I'm just glad you're gonna get it. That's good.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
yeah, there's some beautiful
yep,
hand burned, hand painted
yeah. I was
posters.
sat and watched them on YouTube or on the Instagram. They were doing them, and I'm going, oh wow, they're really getting into that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think her name is Sarah, Rainweaver Artwork on Instagram. I think
thank
her
you
name
for
is
that.
Sarah.
Yeah, because I couldn't tell you who does it. I
Yeah, no,
remember
I mean,
watching
I've
it.
actually, I'm hoping to get her on to Let's Be Buds soon, to talk with her. I love her work. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I was quite mesmerized
Oh
watching
yeah,
it.
they were definitely nice plaques.
Yeah.
Shout out all the winners and all the people that put forth the time and energy to be contestants. I think it's awesome. And
Tell me
you
how
know,
that
the
went,
funny
Who
thing was
be?
is you weren't gonna enter.
No, I wasn't because
You weren't gonna enter. And I remembered you telling me that. And so when
I
I
got
think that's why I was so pumped, because I was
surprised.
like, she told me she wasn't even entering, and she entered and she came in third. Oh my God.
You know, I really thought I was entering a dead horse, and just not because his were not good genetics. He has great
No, it's
genetics,
not
and that's
bad.
probably what got me into the. It's just I did not. I confess, and we had such a beautiful outdoor grow, and I do mean beautiful weather. And yeah, I phoned it in, but they still performed. My
That's
favorite
awesome.
one is the one that grew right outside my porch here. It gets me higher than fuck. And 2.5 hours of sun and no nutrients. It gets me
Hmm.
high, 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 high. Muskegon moonbeam, which is a moon bow, I took fifth with last year. Um, Threw me some seeds. That's what I called it. Gets me high, high, high,
Oh, that moonbeam and that moonbow, I love it. Love
the
it.
same smell. It's a little stronger toward orange with that one, and it just
Oh, really?
beautiful.
Okay,
Yep. Well,
that's
I
cool.
don't know who the daddy was. They just.
Who knows?
I remember who it came.
Baby mama, daddy.
That's why I got the Muskegon moonbeam name. So, woo
That's
woo.
cool. That's
And
cool. Woo, woo.
I'm getting bag seed off of my bag seed, so we're double bagging it now.
Hey, it
That's what you
works.
get with your lazy mail remover, I guess. So, cheers, everybody.
How
Cheers.
did that go, Lucas? When you entered? Um,
The
how'd that go?
process.
Yeah, what'd you have to do for it? Never,
You
never mind. I'm so
phrase
sorry.
that so
I'm
wrong.
so sorry.
How do I even answer that?
I want to know. I
all I
want the
had,
details.
all you need to do. I didn't even need the
You don't need to
first year
give me
that I entered.
prices. You don't got to give me prices,
No, no,
but
no. The first time I entered, the first year, I had to submit an ounce, I think, for the judging. This time it was only 14 grams, so they're probably doing less judges overall. They had, and then there's an entry fee of $100. This year we did not have the meal attached, which kind of was disappointing, but it was, I understand it. That thing was more than enough. We all got T-shirts. I mean, it was just a great time and chance to win. So
okay. So I'm sorry, you entered in flour or you entered in an edible?
I entered in flour and
Okay, then I read it as an edible. I was
no,
so
I entered
confused for
in.
the last few minutes.
It was a Michigan bread flour. The Michigan bread was ABC,
Okay.
Yes.
ABC and then yeah, I actually when I turned in my this is when you know you're in a cannabis contest. I met Chris who ran it, and he forgot to bring the forms. So I was like, well, here's my shit and here's my money and you know who I am. Here my stuff is written on everything. I said, if you need to know any more information, you know how to get a hold of me. And that's how it was easy it was to enter. Normally you have to before it was, what did you run? How did you run it? Because I did all organic, but so he knows I'm an organic operator, so I didn't have to sit and try to think about everything I put in those pots.
Can I just say that is just incredibly more impressive because when I read it again, I read it as an edible, and I'm like, oh, damn straight, Blue Kiss got, of course she
Yeah, I
placed
could
with
have
an
done. I
edible,
could have gone into edible.
Oh
There was a
yeah.
but to know
category
you
for the
placed with
edibles.
flour in Michigan is like,
Yep.
damn.
I mean,
Okay.
that's why I've been fucking so stoked. I was telling
Yep.
everybody on my break, my girl just won. My girl just won.
That's
Telling everybody.
incredible. Yeah, that's really fucking cool. Yeah, I mean, in my head, when I read it and I thought it was an edible, I'm like, oh, damn straight she
Oh
plays.
yeah.
Like, fuck yeah,
Yeah,
like
because
that's
she
Lucas.
does
Like
good
that's
edibles.
she's got some good
No,
She
no,
does
edibles.
great
that is
edibles.
that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. I can grow it.
That is not all.
Yeah, and yeah, I have not in that particular contest entered any of my edibles. It's all flour,
Gotcha.
flour with the big boys. So holding my
Love
own,
it.
and I'm
I
very happy
fucking
to
love
do
it.
it.
Hell yeah, dude, I can't wait for you to get that plaque. Better
Yeah,
hang
I'm
that
very
bitch up right
proud.
behind you. Find somewhere on that wall over there.
Actually, I got in my dining room is where I've got my wall by my cabinet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm working my way into actually broadcasting or videoing show in there because it's less intrusive. And I've got my laptop and stuff in there. It's just I'm so lazy. This is right here, and I can just throw things up. And the sloth, after all, is my spirit animal, and it's the way it is. Well,
That's
hello,
right.
Navin Johnson. Hello. Good to see you here tonight. And Nuttree as well. I'm so glad to see both of you. Got a good core of people out there. And I am also at this point now, speaking of well packaged, if I'm chattering on, it's because I had some of this
Sea
from
salt.
ABC's also.
Mhm.
There was 4 grams
Yummy.
in here.
Okay.
4 grams. So I ate what I thought was 1 grams. I'm good at math, so I did a quarter of
I'm
this
not.
I did a quarter of this package. So I broke it in half. Yep, half and half, and I broke it in half
Okay.
again. 1/4, and excellent. I can't even tell you what cultivar I'm getting tripping off of, but it's very good, very very good. So thank you again, Patrick. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the sea salt toffee dark chocolate though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that just
Toffee on
sounds
it.
delicious right there.
It is, and I've got 3/4 of it left.
It has been a
Thank
while since I had any mushrooms, even a microdose. It's been a long time.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
My stomach is very smooth right now. It just went in real smooth, and it has not caused any upset or anything yet.
Oh,
So,
that's even better right there.
yeah,
That's always my
very thankful.
worries.
God, I think I'm pinching hair in between my glasses and my eye.
Ugh.
Ay, ay, ay. So all better. But now I'm gonna one eye it for a minute. Or no glasses it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
No one's saying
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's much better.
Oh, good. You and your
Looking at
cokes.
everybody there. Hi, Big Word. Hello, Nani Nectar. How is New York? Do you have snow at this point?
It's snowing here in Ohio. It's been snowing. Well, I started off in Cincinnati and made it up to Defiance, and it's been snowing since 10 down in Cincinnati, and Defiance doesn't have as much snow as we did down in Cincinnati, which wasn't much, let me add. Not much.
Yeah, we've
I
got
was,
some out there. I think we're supposed to keep snow right up until Christmas, and then it's going to turn to
oh,
mud.
it's been too warm down here. We've been running at about the 40s, the 50s on the high, so it's way too warm down here for any snow to stick.
I think I get it
Today
more
was
frequently.
perfect.
Did you get some today?
Well, a
No,
little bit like overnight and this morning, but
yeah.
today was perfect weather because it warmed up, so you could stick it really well. So we had a snowball fight, made a
Yeah,
snowman. It was
excellent.
fantastic.
It's not too often you get a snow in Cincinnati to have a snowball fight. So
Yeah, too
it
far
was
south. Oh, that is
so
that's even South Ohio. So
one thing I do miss about Michigan that I absolutely loved was those snowy days. Not a lot of people like those, and it's hell on your car or truck, but
yeah,
Oh,
it's beautiful.
I don't
different
go
way of
places
life.
often, so I get to enjoy it from the warmth of a
Yeah,
heated blanket on the
That's
couch.
awesome. There you go.
yeah. As it's laying nicely on the trees, that's very beautiful. But if you have to drive
Hmm.
it, it's just like, God, jeez. Our friend Kitty there in the chat, her daughter is taking driver's training right now.
Oh
She's
goodness.
a winter. She's got a winter birthday, so she gets to practice in the snow. And yeah, up north in Canada, where they're at, she gets to practice that for a while. So
They're probably
hats
used to
off to
that
you, young
though.
lady.
So it's probably something that
Yeah,
you would, like train at, do your driving test
yeah,
while there's,
yeah.
4 feet of snow down.
If you can drive in January, you can drive anytime.
Yeah, kind of. I guess. I don't know. It's just such a different way of life, the further north you go.
Yeah, well, it's North Dakota is what I call it. So yeah,
North
she
Dakota.
got when I was sitting here with brown and ugly outside, she had snow,
Okay.
and then it snowed on me, and I went, "Oh, this is gonna go away." Though she goes, "Oh, this will never go away, not till almost not till
Yeah.
spring, April,
Hmm.
maybe May, somewhere in there, it'll be gone." But yeah,
Wow.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I guess you just kind of try to, I don't know, you guess you adapt to,
Yeah.
you just adapt to that way of life, I guess. Try
Well,
to at
I
least.
was I was in Irie earlier today, and Hot Rod, he was in there, and he had moved from Denver area to southern Florida, and
Oh, wow.
he was complaining because it was 69. He said
Yeah,
my
that's a
blood
complaint.
he said my blood thins so fast I can't even believe it. He said I can't thinking back when he was driving because he drove Uber and or the Eats, and so yeah,
That's
some
a big
foul
switch,
weather.
though. I mean, seriously, I mean, that's like, whew.
When we
Yeah.
were
I mean,
out in Vegas for MJ BizCon, one of the managers at the hotel we were at, we chatted with her, on a handful of mornings there, and she was from the Midwest area, and she had moved out there, and she said that her like when she first came out here, their winters and stuff was like basically nothing because she was handling, like Michigan winters. But then she said after a few years, and she'd go back to like the Michigan area, she'd be like thinking she'd about to freeze to death because of how thin
Yep.
her blood had gotten. And I didn't know that was a thing because like we're over there and we're going to the outdoor pool in like 63-degree weather, and I'm like, well, I mean, the
yeah.
pool is heated, so
Wow.
you really just got to run to there and it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Once you get
yeah,
in,
yeah, it's fine. And she's like,
I
oh my
did
gosh,
not
they've
know
got
what
like jackets and sweaters and everything on.
I didn't know what winter was until I moved to Michigan.
hey G
Honestly,
Bay.
I mean, I had no clue what winter was. And then when we moved all the way up to Kalkaska, that is a rude awakening right there.
It wasn't even that you were in Kalkaska. It was that you were in Kalkaska in a
Mini Winnie.
literal, yeah, in a mini Winnie, not just in a mini Winnie, two dogs,
Oh, we you
and
know what the thing was is it was
that little
we were
dogs.
cozy. We were cozy. We were warm. We stayed bundled
They
up.
just
It
made
was
we just made
good.
fur piles. Your
We
human and fur
did. And
piles
then,
and just
you went
lived.
out the door and then it was up to your hips walking to the bathhouse to take a shower. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wow, this is some
Oh, I know where I'm
snow.
at now. I remember now.
It was
Oh,
so worth it though. I would not
hey,
ever
Spartan.
change 1 minute of it. I 100% loved every minute of it, and I might have grumbled and groaned at the time, but looking back on it now,
You know,
100% best
you were
experience.
always a good trooper about it, I have to say.
I
Talk
hope
you always
I mean, I really, I honestly wasn't faking. I really felt it. I was that joyful, that into it, that
well, it is a
uh,
beautiful area.
it
Let's be
is a
honest. It is
gorgeous
very
area.
beautiful.
Jeez, oh Pete's, I can't even say enough about it. And I was just mesmerized. Coming from Cincinnati, Ohio, I was just freaking in awe. Still in awe. It still blows my mind. But greatest
Cheers,
experience
Pumpkin
I've
Meats
ever.
yet to be
Cannabis.
up to that area. I don't know what you're talking
Hey,
about.
Red.
Oh, up in the Kalkaska area when Russ came up there
Knuckle
with the
it
group
up.
and we did the Freedom Green thing. So it's up there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It's
yet
way up
to, I
there.
think, be up. Wait, no, I guess maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I've
If
been.
I did it was so far away. Yeah, freedom. But wasn't that in the summertime that they went out there for Freedom Green?
We had just done the grow off and So that was like August, September-ish, I think, when they came up there, maybe. Gosh, it's been such a while ago. I can't even remember, but I think it was like September-ish. I don't
Oh,
know. I
that'd
can't
be
remember.
perfect for a little fall
But
vacay
then
up there.
again, I kind of remember it being really super cold and possibly, I don't know. It's been so long ago. I don't freaking
My
know.
memory is so fucked.
I smoke a lot of weed.
That's okay. That I understand. Can I get a witness?
Thank
Which
you.
I'm going to do right now. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Hope everybody's having a great Friday night. Enjoying.
Well, I am having a great Friday night
Me too.
because my mushies kicked in for sure.
Oh, there
So,
you go.
There
There
we
you go.
go, Blue Kiss. That's how you get through
yeah,
the next 2 weeks without your yoga show or your
not
yoga
Aw.
mushies.
class.
I'll tell you what. I was since you wouldn't think I'd want to be doing a little head expansion when I'm not in the best of frame of mind, but that's the best time to do it. I find.
I don't know. Yoga to
For
me,
me, it is. For me, it
yoga to
is.
me. Well, maybe because of the way you're looking at it and going
Uh,
and your
yeah.
approach. I've never approached yoga the way you have, and I've always had a problem with. I can do the stretches. I can do this. I can do all those.
Yeah.
But my head
You're
is
not there.
always fucking not there. I'm
Yeah.
off in Never Never Land, or I'm off thinking of this.
I will
So
say
maybe you
my
have the right
instructor
approach.
my instructor she tells you as you're doing it you should feel this here so that you're actually looking to make sure you're using those muscles. And you should feel this here. Okay, and if you're not feeling that, also add this. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many dead ass women are out there. Use your ass muscles. And
Yeah.
yeah, by the time she's got you tightened up, you'll that's all you've got on your mind is because she's putting you through it. If you're listening to her at
So
all,
maybe I haven't
and
been
she
to the
will.
right yoga instructor because I've never
Yeah,
done any of that.
she's really good. She'll tell you
Okay.
how if you should feel it here and there, and if you don't, where are you feeling it? And I've not heard anybody say anything. Usually, it's people are either phoning it in or they're feeling it where she says. Occasionally, she'll go, "Well, is it right?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So, then you
Huh.
become class favorite, but she is right. So,
That's good to know.
yeah. Yeah, after I broke my femur, I have to
Oh,
say she was key. She was key. It will be in January. I want to say January 6th or
what,
somewhere around
3 years?
there. 3 years. Yep.
Yep, 3 years, I thought.
Yep.
Dang,
And
that's right when I met you.
Yep.
and that was I broke it right before Penny died. Or Penny died. Oh, cursed me before Penny was born. Oh my God, cursed me. No, after she was born. God, what a curse me.
We knew
Whew.
what you were talking about.
I know. I can't believe that came out of my mouth though.
We know
I
all
should have
about Penny, so we
slapped.
know she's here still with us. So we knew it was just
Yeah,
a. It's
I
all.
should be
We all do
slapped. I
it,
feel like
honey.
I should throw salt over my shoulder at this
We all
point or
do it. It
something.
happens. Especially when you look at your kid and call him Joseph and it's really Carly, We all do it.
Oh, so yeah, well, those mushrooms didn't help, did they?
Well, But yeah, no more broken bones for you. Jeez.
Mm-mm. And I'll say this: I did hit a sweet spot because they did do a bone density test on me, and I was good.
That's
Just
awesome.
packing a lot of weight at that time. I had a lot of weight that was going down with it, and
But that's the thing. You didn't I never saw you as heavy. So that's or bigger or anything like that. So for you to say that, I'm like, what?
yeah.
But now
Well,
when I
it's
see you, I'm like, eat something.
yeah, I get that sometimes, which is fine. But I did bottom out with the weight, and then I gained a couple pounds back, and I think I found a happy place, and hopefully I can learn to stay right here. Be
You're so
healthy.
much more active now. I think that's just the bonus point right there. You're just so much more out there at the Y, doing your thing, your yoga, your Pilates.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I'm joining my granddaughter. We're going to Coopersville. If you know anything about Michigan, Coopersville is a big farming state, and they've got a town, and they've got this museum for tractors. And somehow they've jammed 60 trees, Christmas trees in there of different types.
Aw, that'll be
And so we're going to go
fun.
and do that. We were there at Halloween, and it was wonderful.
Oh, do they
The
Fun.
dress
crafts.
it up for the seasons?
Yep, yep. And they've got a train that goes around this huge track, takes up 3/4 of a room, and the kids can stand up on the podium or they'll step up and at the stops and see it going around. It's pretty cool. So,
Yeah,
yep, get to do
sounds
that
cool.
again tomorrow.
Fun.
So, I'm
I
really
hope you have a
down for
good
that.
time.
Yeah, Miss Penny.
Yeah. So, cheers to everybody out there. I think I'm going to be wrapping that up so we can go on to our fun times for the night. I believe Fragoli is having his show starting at 11,
Yeah,
if I'm not
check out
Oh,
their
mistaken.
and you
visuals.
yourself, ma'am, I hear, are going to be on the Michigan Bros Grow Show.
Oh, yeah, now that you
Yes,
mention
I
it, yes,
might
yes, I
add.
am.
This
Yeah.
Sunday, 9 o'clock.
Miss Sassy Pants will be there. And I hope
With
you
bells
all
on.
who are all listening to us tonight, make sure you come for that too, because it'll be fun.
Definitely.
So thank you
Check
for
her
bringing that
out
up,
this Sunday
Emily. And
with
also,
us.
Emily, I wanted to shout out you did your last chapter in your book club.
Yeah, got that finished. There is going to be one more episode still, like a full recap, overview, insight type of thing.
Okay. And then
So I don't have a date on that specifically though.
here's my question though. Are you going to be reviewing another book? And if so, any heads up about that?
Yes. So I do have another book picked out. And so I'm going to take a little bit just to I learned a lot doing this first, like I wanted to call it a
Oh, I
season.
bet.
Yeah.
So I think
First
I'm
book.
just gonna do it. Yeah, I've got it broken down. I'm on Spotify and YouTube. So I have it
Sweet.
broken
Yep.
down by podcast season. So this first one is going to be all for the Burning Greenbow Farm one. I'm gonna take a little break and try to get a few things because I want to find a way to make it more interactive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the most like posty on social media, so I don't really know how to interact with people.
You do so
Um,
much more on social media than I can do, and you saying that
You
just seems
really, you do a
crazy.
well,
lot though, but
I
and
want
I'm trying to think right now how to make it. How could you make it more? I'm like racking my brain
that's
right now.
I'm just meaning like I haven't really put time into that page itself yet to try
Oh,
to
I see
interact.
what
I
you mean.
don't know.
Okay,
That's what I want to take time and figure out
got
is
you,
like
got
I
you.
want to keep a certain, I don't know, theme style for how I put my posts out so it's cohesive. But I don't know how to interact with everyone yet. I don't know what to reach out and ask people like what they want to see, even if I just share posts, if I share
Yeah.
share your comments and thoughts. I'm not exactly sure how that'll go. So I want to take some time to work on that because I do want to have conversations. And right now, I mean, I've had a handful of my friends just message me like on Instagram,
Yeah. Well,
and
feedback is important.
it's incredible. And it's feedback like in terms of like the setup of everything with it. And I think I've gotten more comfortable as the episodes have gone on because like the first one that I put out, it was like I was so nervous, I was so rigid, I was
Oh, I'm
trying so
sure.
hard. And then the second I was like, I can't do that. Like I'm not
I
gonna
just
get sick
being me.
making
I'm
Yeah.
myself.
being me.
No.
Yeah, and so the second one went so much better. And then this last one was just like it was a breeze. It felt so comfortable. It still
That's
was like
awesome.
it was a little bit more emotional for some of the parts in it. And so I still, um was trying to keep it more on like the professional side rather than just like chit chatting and stuff and like
Hmm.
letting like anger or anything like that take over, which is cool. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I
hard to
loved
do.
how it's kind of already developed. So yeah, I'm
Even
looking
like
forward to it.
podcasts that I listen to, I find myself getting like shitty sometimes, and I'm like, "Rrr." So it's like It's hard to
Yeah,
keep
you don't
yourself
have to
in
be
check.
nice. Let it
And I'm
go.
just a bystander looking in because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm on this. I'm
And that's
ready.
one of the big things. Like this book specifically, it's like I am, I'm strongly for cannabis and I advocate for it
Yep.
and
Yep.
I try to
Pisses you off,
um
doesn't it?
exactly. So I'm reading this and I'm actually getting angry,
You're
and
getting
it's
mad.
yeah, and it's like I am doing things to work towards this and it's like there's nothing I could do that happened 23 years ago or whatever now. So
Yeah,
it's
but
No.
it's
still the injustice of it all, and
yeah, but it's like, what am I doing that I'm not already doing, I feel like. And so it's so hard to read a book that you I guess do resonate with though because it makes me want to go out there and be like, what the fuck y'all, like this happened. But it's really just like, well, I mean, I don't need to go set fire, right
Right.
now. I
Right.
just need
yeah,
to
pick your
keep
battles,
fighting the ways.
Emily.
Sometimes setting fire is not the thing to do, but
Yeah,
just to be
No,
exactly.
a
but
calm, cool person.
that
But
righteous
still,
indignation does have its place. It
it
sure
does. It
does.
gets you juiced up. You're ready to go. You're like, whew.
Hey,
So
Rick,
Yeah.
thank you for
good
joining
job.
us tonight.
Thank you for
Sorry
having
to
Yeah,
interrupt
us.
you.
Rick, I'm
Yes.
proud of you, Rick, though. You got through the first page, my guy. Honest. Good work, dude.
Shout out Rick.
But that's the thing, and like him specifically, I'm so like honored, to have Rick be
No,
a
I mean
listener
some
and
people
somebody.
that's not their thing. So for them to be able to
Mhm.
stick with it for even a page of it, that's cool.
But I love like that's why I want to be able to like the way that I'm trying to figure out how to do it where I'm able to tell the story
Yep.
in a way that gives it honor, in a way that does it justice, in a way that
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily take away from the author, because I think that would be so shitty if I just was like, trying to
Right,
just tell
right.
it word for word, like
Absolutely.
read it.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to do that and find a way to put my own voice into it. And so like, I mean, I think the development of these last few chapters have been great. And so I am interested because the next book that I have picked out right now is not like a nonfiction, as far as I'm aware. I don't know, maybe I
Okay.
got to read the back of it again, but it's it's just a book that I've had for quite some time, and I'm like, all right, let's pick this one up. I want to get through it.
Yeah,
But
let's
it's going
do
to be
it.
interesting. I'm thinking ahead, like, how would I relate a fiction book kind of to the podcast in the way that I've been doing this one, how do I kind of tie in those little like rabbit dives and informational tidbits I've been really enjoying, if it's not so heavy informational packed for me to find those tangents. So I'm going to try it with this fictional book. And if I don't, necessarily like it, I know that there's plenty of nonfiction out there for me to be
Oh
able to
yeah,
learn and
real
explore
life.
Oh,
through. So
Yeah,
totally.
real life is. That's what fiction is based off of.
yeah,
Yep.
so I mean, I wanted to
100%.
explore like basically a lot of different genres, but overall, I think maybe just the nonfiction because there are so many topics.
Oh yeah, stranger things have happened. I have said before, and it's true. So, on that note, I think I'm going to sign off and thank you all for joining me tonight. I am so
Enjoy.
honored. And ladies, thank you for coming up on stage with me.
Thanks for having
We can find.
us.
Do you have any special place IG you want to shout out where you're at or anything like that? I think we all pretty much know you guys and know how to find you. But yep, Emily,
I mean,
Yeah,
anything grows.
I'm
go
Emily
ahead, Em.
Anything. You can find me on Instagram at any.thing.grows. And then my podcast is Puff Puff Pondercast. Pondercast is
I think that's great.
PNDRCST. And that is on YouTube and Spotify as well as Instagram. Same handle for all. So thanks,
Yeah, I
guys. I
love that
appreciate it.
name.
Thank you. I was sitting on that name. I've had that Instagram for more than a year or about a year by the time I finally
Aw,
decided what to do with it because I thought of
that's
it and I was like, I
awesome.
need that.
That's
Yeah, we think
awesome. That's
about, yeah,
awesome.
you're thinking about that topic. So thank you for joining me and thank you for sharing that. I so wanted you to do that. And the next book, I'll be looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
100%.
inviting us on and being able to get through that rough time you had, process hopefully some
Yeah,
of it with
it helped a
us.
lot. And I will
I'm
see you
glad.
all Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday's
Absolutely.
when I'm coming
Sunday at
on.
9 on the Michigan Bros Grow Show. 9 o'clock,
That's right.
guys.
So
Love you
bye bye,
guys.
everybody.
Guys,
Night,
love
Tara.
ya.
Night,
Good
BK.
night. There we go. Double end it.